We're currently tracking potentially catastrophic Hurricane Irma, which is a Category 5 hurricane just east of the Caribbean, tracking towards the British and U.S. Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico, and then potentially the Florida Keys and Florida this weekend. In the immediate term, our most pressing concern is the islands of the northern Antilles around Antigua and Barbuda. St. Kitts, those islands may get a direct hit from this storm. Right now, this hurricane has maximum sustained winds of 180 miles per hour, which ranks among the strongest hurricanes we have ever observed in the Atlantic Basin. In fact, the strongest hurricane on record outside the Gulf of Mexico and the Caribbean. The storm is expected to make its closest approach, in fact, track over the British Virgin Islands on Wednesday and then track just north of Puerto Rico Wednesday night into Thursday. Then the storm by Friday may be approaching the Florida Keys in South Florida. Tropical storm conditions are likely to begin in Florida by late Friday, and then over the weekend, the storm is very likely to make landfall somewhere in Florida or the eastern Gulf of Mexico. The latest track forecasts show that storm very close to the Florida Keys this weekend and then making a sharp northward turn. Now, exactly where that northward turn occurs will make all the difference in terms of where the worst impacts from this storm occur. The entire Florida peninsula could receive dangerous hurricane impacts this weekend. But again, if you're in the eastern Gulf of Mexico, as far west as Louisiana and Mississippi, you'll want to pay attention to the storm because if it does shift west, it could mean significant impacts for you. As a reminder, we are right now entering the peak of hurricane season, so this storm is occurring right on schedule, of course, following closely on the heels of Hurricane Harvey. And we now have another tropical storm we're monitoring now in the eastern Atlantic, which is Tropical Storm Jose, which is actually forecast to become a hurricane in the coming days. The good news on Jose is that our computer models do forecast it to remain out over the ocean rather than hitting land areas, but we'll be keeping a close eye on that one as well. For all the latest updates, stay tuned to the Capital Weather Gang. I'm Jason Samanow.